What is up, everybody? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be doing something a lot different. We are going to be talking about 3 of my most exciting fights that might happen this year, because until these fights aren't until they're not face to face inside that squared circle, it might not happen. But these are 3 of my most anticipating boxing fights of 2023. The first fight that's going to be happening will be Gervonta Tank Davis against Ryan Garcia. This is going to be a good one. This is going to be a sick and epic fight between these two. Well, Ryan Garcia, I think he's 25. He's still on the young side. And meanwhile, we got our homie Tank Davis, who is 28. And he is a little bit, who should be on his prime at this point. So we're going to see Tank Davis against Ryan Garcia. This rivalry has been brewing for years, for like 3 to 4 years, man. Ryan Garcia has been talking a lot of shit that he's going to knock out Tank Davis, and he only wants Tank Davis, and that's the only fight that he wants. And he keeps saying that he's gonna KO him in the first 2 rounds and saying all this, you know, which he has an incredible amount of confidence, which is why he believes he might cause an upset. Well, it's not an upset. These guys are both 50-50. So this is a 50-50 fight, man. Because, yes, Ryan Garcia does have the power and have the speed to knock out Tank Davis, man. He is fast as fuck. He has power in those punches. So he does have the power, and he's fast as fuck. You know, he just needs his IQ. I don't think he has that IQ compared to Tank Davis. And experience. I think Tank Davis has a little bit more experience, IQ, and the power to take him down, man. Ryan Garcia, yes, he's been dropped by Luke Campbell. Luke Campbell is a Olympian fighter. So he wasn't just some random cab driver, you know what I'm saying? Luke Campbell he is really good, man. Yes, he doesn't have the punch, but it was more of a flash knockdown than anything else, because Ryan Garcia, when he stood up right away, seemed unfazed by the knockdown from Luke Campbell, and he just he looked more embarrassed than anything else and hurt. So yes, that was just mostly a flash knockdown. But we'll see if he gets hit by something with Tank, like see if he's able to do the same, you know. So because Tank Davis is a lot stronger, man. So we'll see. That fight is going to be a big one. I'm going towards Tank Davis for that one, man. By a slight edge. It's not that much of a difference. It's just a slight edge that I have on Gervonta Tank Davis. Second fight that I'm anticipating is Plant versus David Benavidez. This is going to be a banger. This is a super middleweight 168 between Caleb Plant and David Benavidez. This is going to be a banger, man. I do see David Benavidez winning the fight. A late stoppage. I'll say late stoppage. 10 or 11 or 12. It's going to be in the championship rounds, because Caleb Plant is pretty good at moving around the ring. He's a good boxer. He knows how to control his distance. He has good defense. And, you know, he is really crafty, man. And he's going to be really tough for David Benavidez to be able to break down. But I do think Benavidez is relentless, and pressure will be able to break him down eventually. But that will happen in the later rounds. So this fight is going to be a big dub, because whoever comes victorious is going to fight Canelo Alvarez. So it's going to be a good fight between these two, you know, super middleweights. But yeah, I'm leaning more towards David Benavidez. But Caleb Plant, man, you never know. He can just upset. He come up with an upset. I give this more of a 60-40 to David Benavidez. But yes, that's going to be the second fight that I'm hyped about. All right. The third fight is going to be a heavyweight, undisputed titles. It's going to be between the Gypsy King Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk, the Ukrainian Nightmare. It's going to be a good fight between these two men. Both boxers. Tyson Fury has a size advantage, standing at 6'9", 300 pounds, man. He's a behemoth, and he is a big dog, man. He moves so well around the ring, just by his size. He has the power. As we saw, the way he disposed of Wilder twice. And he's been getting nothing but knockouts recently. So, but Usyk, bro. Usyk, you cannot let Usyk down. Usyk is there for a reason. Usyk is one of the greatest cruiserweights of all time. And he is taking over the heavyweight division just like Evander Holyfield did. You know, Evander Holyfield, one of the greatest cruiserweights. Another great... He did a pretty good successful campaign at a heavyweight, and it looks like Alexander Usyk is going to do the same thing, man. He already defeated Joshua twice. He defeated Bellew, I think. I think he fought him on heavyweight. But he's been fun, just crazy right now, man. So I do give the slight edge to Tyson Fury just because he is a natural heavyweight and he is really good. He is crafty. He knows how to fight. He knows how to box. He knows how to move. And he is pretty much one of the best heavyweights of this generation. So I do think, just because of the size alone, I do think Tyson Fury is going to take this fight. It's going to be a close one. I don't think it might end in a KO because they're so good, at not hitting each other. So I do think it's going to be a bad decision. Slight edge towards Tyson Fury. But I won't be surprised if Alexander Usyk manages to do some sort of upset and, ends up winning. But it's going to be a tough fight for Alexander Usyk. He has to go through and manage to find a way to decipher the Gypsy King. So these are the three fights that I'm most anticipated about. Tank Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia. Plant versus David Benavidez. And Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk. These three fights are my most hyped fights of 2023. And we're not going to be talking about Terrence Bud Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. because that fight is never happening. In my opinion, dude, that fight is never happening. I am sick and tired of this fight. Just a constant back and forth. These guys are not going to fight each other. And if they end up fighting each other, it's going to be too damn late at this point. Alright? They should have fought 3-4 years ago, bro. 3-4 years ago. Terrence Crawford is getting older and older, and this fight is this close, or I think it's just past its due date, man. This fight is expired. It's like expired milk. This fight is just done and dusted, and I don't want to hear people talking about this fight because it's never happening. It's never happening. And yeah, man, it's unfortunate because it could have been one of the biggest fights in the sport, but they just ended up not coming to a deal, and this fight's not happening, man. And if they announce it later this year or next year, I'm not gonna give a shit about this fight anymore because I am losing all interest in these two. And I think Terrence Crawford should just keep fighting other big dogs at 154. At 147. Virgil Ortiz, Boots Ennis, and then I think Spence should move up to 154 because Spence cannot hold to be in that weight class anymore at 147. It's too much for Errol Spence, and he needs to get out because he's not gonna go back to 147 at this point. And yeah, this is why another reason this fight is already expired. It's expired because Errol Spence cannot be at 147 anymore. He cannot be at welterweight anymore. So this fight is done and finito. All right. So fuck that fight, and it's all about these three other fights that have been announced, unlike this other one. So hope y'all enjoy this video, and give it a like, comment, and let me know what y'all think about these three fights, who's gonna win, and what other fights other than these three are you guys hoping for? You know, any other, like for example, Inoue is going to fight Stephen Fulton for the 126, right, for the 126 pounds. So that one's going to be a big dog, 100%. That's another one. But I think I'm gonna talk about that one on an own video because yes. Anyways, hope y'all enjoyed, and yes, peace out.